Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across this platform called Linda's TV show. If it is your first time and you like what we are doing here, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. I want to appreciate you too for creating this wonderful platform we are using to pass information across to the members of the public. I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we react to all forms of videos. We do not and will not promote anything misleading information, hate speech, violent, or trying to instigate war. We are only here to inform, educate the members of the public because information they say
everything compromised. You couldn't see beyond their nose in any way possible. And look at the mess that we've been in for many decades now, and we're battling it. This generation, we're good. How many lives have been lost into it? Wasteful, it's just crazy. So obviously, like I said, the die is cast, so they have to. This blasphemy law has to be taken out because it is a secular country. So if you don't want that, then you can as well go and have your own country. This is what people are is building, is slowly and surely, is building up. That is how you go. It doesn't happen overnight, but at the end, this is what is going to happen. And they know it. When you see America raise this issue, there's no going back on it.
Because one thing is that they will never agree to remove it. Because
you can be sure of that. You can
never agree to remove it.
That you can also bet on it. They will never. So because they already we've seen in the northern part now they are protesting against Trump. Yeah. Okay. So, but the truth of the matter is that it's not going to stop anything. So they are conspirators and their co-trivates. Some of them who pretending to be Muslim Christians and pastors, and they will be put to shame because I think also that their time is up. Adeboye the other day he is saying that he's just lying to himself and lying to people, gullible people. Yeah, people who like they've been bewitched. That he says so many things. I didn't quite follow everything because of the anger I feel. That
I have the video. I can't play it because he was all he said there was irrelevant.
It's very annoying. So I don't have the temperament to follow such deceitful lies and everything he said. He could not even say that it's Christian genocide. One of his pastors was massacred, and so many other Christians, and it's happening live. In a real time, these things are happening, and he sees it. Burial of hundreds and hundreds of people. He cannot, and the pattern is there that these Christians they are going after, including the one, is it Emir in the north that took in Christians who were being chased after. He hid them in his house, and when the terrorists came, these full Islamic terrorists, when they came, they couldn't do anything because they probably they respected him or whatever it is, so they walked away. So, but the intention was to kill the Christians who ran into him for a cover, and he protected them. So how can you not turn around and say this is not Christian genocide? That is not targeted at Christian. That everybody they say that whether Christian or whether Muslim. You see, when they begin to use that word, whether Christian, whether Muslim, you know that they are lying. They are coming to because there is nothing like whether Christian or whether Muslim. No, we know how Muslim gets involved. We know that there are Muslims who are like moderate, so they see those ones as enemy too, and on that basis. But usually, like when they stop a bus, like I saw a video where the guy was narrating to CBN, Christian Broadcasting Network in America. A brave guy from Middlebelt, he was narrating how, and he showed a video of it, how they blocked road, stopped the people, and we are picking and choosing among them who the Christian is and who the Muslim is. So you turn around and tell me there's no Christian genocide. With all this happening, they separate the Christian and separate the Muslims. and even in Pakistan. So all over the world, when you see these things, it's always the Muslim. They will separate you. If you are Christian, you go this way. If you're Muslim, you go that way. And at the end, they will carry out the genocide, and you would come and tell me that they kill Muslim, they kill Christian. No, it's not true. You are lying to yourself. You know. So this is the thing now. But for him, Adebo is saying that they will they are telling Tinubu to appeal to Trump to give him 100 days. And you know where he's lying? He said in case anybody who knows or have connection, whatever, there's a way he put it, that person should tell Tinubu. Can you imagine? And on the same way, he was saying that he's his in-law. On the same...
Your in-law.
And you don't... so he's telling me that he cannot pick a phone and talk to Tinubu, or just tell Tinubu that he's coming to see him. And we know it's all a lie because he's... because Osibanjo, who is a pastor under him too, and that, of course, that one was the one some years back that went to America to say that there's no Christian genocide in Nigeria. You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. He said he went. Buhari sent him to go and propagandize in America that there's no Christian genocide. Now, fast forward today. Everybody have seen that there's Christian genocide going on, and how many number of hundreds, if not thousands, of Christians have been massacred since Osibanjo went to America to tell them that. Well, the blood of those people, he said, because he'll be required of he'll be required of Osibanjo, who says he's a Christian, to go and tell the world that there's no Christian genocide.
And his general overseer, Adebayo.
Yeah, why Christians are being massacred in Nigeria? You are supposed to be a shepherd. You are supposed to be a shepherd to protect the Christians. But these people, my dear brother, these people, no. So all the ego, my brother. But we just have to continue, and I'm really, really thankful that he said the game. This is really is said now. So we have to continue to follow it from now, and all these people who have all this while. The Sultan, the Gumi, the Sanusi, El-Rufai, all of them, they've trouble all this while, but the bigger trouble has come now to trouble them all. Because trust me, they are not having a good time. These guys are not having a good time, bro.
No, they are not having it.
So Sultan is running around here and there.
Trump is giving them basbos.
They are not having a good time at all. So you see that the prayer of what is his name? This late guy, Umar Pai, that my God, the makers of trouble, God, we trouble. Trouble is trouble, So that is like, oh my God. In a short period of time, we can see it with our eyes how troublemakers, a bigger trouble has come upon them. Okay. All the good, my dear brother.
Let's listen to this very video. Hear what this guy.
Of people, not only kill people, they have shot down at least 2 military aircrafts. In Zamfara State, some years back, I can't put my finger on the actual year, they shot down these same people you call bandits. They shot down a fighter jet, a military fighter jet during the government of Buhari. Under this government, in 2023, August, some bandits in the Kotagora area, that area in Niger State, yes, they ambushed specially trained. There are some group of in the military that are special forces, right? They are specialty. Just you talk about Navy SEALs. Nigeria had people that were trained as rangers. They were ambushed and killed. About 22 of them or so.
Wow.
And when an aircraft was sent to go and evacuate their bodies, that aircraft was also shot down by bandits, and the bandits went straight to the aircraft and killed those who were surviving there.
Right.
And when that happened, the Niger State governor was livid with rage. He came to Abuja to ask for the military support to crush those forces. Thereafter, he went to the villa, and he came out of the villa and granted a press statement in which he was saying that we will not use force, we will negotiate. And 3 days after that, the vice president also came out and said this kind of activities is not going to be done by kinetic, we will use non-kinetic means. And by the way, what do you mean by non-kinetic means? Non-kinetic...
After they shamed
after they killed,
they shamed the entire nation.
They killed your military forces, they desecrated them, and you are talking of negotiation.
And they made a show of it.
They made a show of it. So when you are saying to me whether Nigeria should use force or non-kinetic, non-kinetic actually means agriculture, employment generation. The government provides social services. The government provides infrastructure. The government provides employment. Those are non-kinetic. Non-kinetic does not mean negotiation. And in the situation where you have a country where there are military, you have bandits coming for meetings. And in those meetings, there are soldiers, there are police and all that. And bandits come with very sophisticated military equipment to come and negotiate. It's like rubbing to your face that your country is gone. So the question, the point I want to make is the president needs the courage. You need to exert that courage that he is the supreme commander. He's the commander-in-chief of the Nigeria Armed Forces. They are called armed forces not because they are negotiators.
Exactly.
Because if we want negotiators, then let's scrap the army and set up a negotiation
and
team.
we are spending every day. Over 12% of the current budget is for the security.
The military, Nigerian military, I know, are ready to do their job. But then there's the political component that have all other considerations. Ethnic, politics, and all sorts. They are bringing that on the table. And so the soldiers know what to do, but they are told not to move. Going back to the question you asked, globally, when you have a national crisis like this, you have the military in the front. And that's what Trump is saying. Either you use your own military. Trump is not saying they are going to come and negotiate. They say they are going to come and use the American strong arm. So you better use it. Yes. So for me, I think that we should support the president across party line. Whether you are APC, PDP, or whatever, we must support this president. Whether we are Christian, Muslim, or whatever, we must support this president to instruct his military to ensure that they take that step we need to deliver this country. Do you know why you are talking about negotiation or not? This insecurity thing is spreading. The last time we are aware.
This is why Nigeria will never work.
Never.
Yeah. Look at this man here that came and gave account of how the people they call bandits shot down aircraft.
Yeah, and he's calling them bandits.
People that shot down aircraft. Let everybody go and look the literal meaning of a bandit in dictionary. Yeah. Go and look the dictionary meaning of a bandit.
Yeah, and he said we should all support the president. To do what? The president is talking about. Does he live in the moon? Does he not see what is happening? What kind of support does he need to do what he's supposed to do? But bro, you know, this is the problem. Of course, like you just said, this is why Nigeria will never ever work, because they lie to themselves. They are a very mischievous bunch of people. Because why would somebody, let me tell you, support the president? It's all lie. Because even if you okay now, but what are you gonna do to support him? He will never do what they are saying. Tinubu will never, because of some reasons. One is that it's part of the agreement he had with them not to touch their foot soldiers. Just play it out, spend your time, 5 years, 4 years or 8 years, whatever the case may be. Then you go, leave our foot soldiers. And two is that Tinubu is targeting 2027. He knows that if he go after this terrorist, his chances becomes more, it gets dim. His chances of, so you see what I mean? So these are his considerations. So if somebody coming to, like, again, that other way is saying they should 100 days. 100 days to do what? Hoping that the temperature, everything will calm down, then they will go back. They go back to their usual way. These people are evil. That is just the word. Because they know that 100 days, what are you going to do in 100 days? You've been there for more than 2 years. Going to 3 years, you didn't do anything. 100 days, how many days? How many months is that? 2 months or 3 months? Well, so they're just lying to themselves. When they come on TV, these are the criminals, and they've been exposed. It's unfortunate that even in Nigeria, some of the people, because also there's no electricity, no internet, a lot of people don't know what's going on, so they can they maneuver their ways with lie, and people don't call them. But people don't know that all this media in Nigeria you are listening to, they are your enemy, your worst enemy, because they don't speak the truth. All of them, from Rise to Channel to IT, they are all TVs, they are all evil. I'm telling you the truth. Tinubu is not going to do anything. or except the US do something, nothing is going to happen. Absolutely not is going to happen. But the good thing is that the American government, they know that the time is right to do the right thing, because the Nigerian government, they are not ready to do anything. They are very much part of the problem. They are not part of solution. No, they are not at all. So that is the situation, my brother.
It is so sad. It is so sad.
Of activities of terrorists, they've taken over most of Kwara State. They are in Udo and Osun State, Edo North, Kogi State. We're in trouble. So we're not even talking about Zamfara now. We're not talking of northwest or northeast. We are talking about this thing creeping into the other part of the country. Lagos is not far away, or your state is not far away, and we are talking of negotiation. And what negotiation does is that instead of ensuring that you disrupt the operations of these criminals, you fertilize them. You give them enough room to recruit, to acquire more equipment and weapons, and spread to other parts of the country. Whereas you are supposed to take every step to disrupt the activities and degrade them.
That is it. You see why we cannot be able to trust anything in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigerian media. These people are evil.
Yeah.
They are evil. If you trust them, you are on your own. If you trust them, you're on your own. It's just like handing your life over to the terrorists themselves. Look at this very tweet that was posted by Sahara Reporter. It says, should killing of Christians continue without intervention because Nigeria is a sovereign country? You know, this is one of their line. Every one of them, it's a sovereign state. It's a sovereign state. Nigeria is a sovereign state. And this man is asking this intervention because this, I think, is Assemblies of God Superintendent. Assemblies of God Superintendent is questioning them, is asking, should killing of Christians continue without intervention because Nigeria is a sovereign country?
Good question, eh?
Good question. This is how people who care speak.
Yeah.
Go and check the speech of Adoboye. You can't see anything that looks as if he is concerned about what is happening.
Yeah.
There is nothing in the speech of Adoboye that will make you feel as if this man cares about anybody at all.
Yeah.
The person that spoke now in this tweet is Assemblies of God Superintendent queries Tinubu.
Yeah.
Assemblies of God Superintendent queried Tinubu and said, should killing of Christians continue without intervention because Nigeria is a sovereign state? But go and look at what the one that called himself Adoboye said. You begin to wonder, where is this one coming from? From which planet is this man coming? You begin to wonder, is he part of us? Is he still a Christian? Is he really a Christian?
He's not. 100%. He's not. He's part of the enemy.
How can he be a man that told you that if you don't pay tithe, you go to hell?
Yeah.
As if God have made him the advocate of heaven and hell.
Yeah.
If you know, there was a time he also said that he has bought his own house in heaven. That God have shown him his own accommodation in heaven.
Lies. They are all lying. The number of things the guy.
He said that God have shown him his own accommodation in heaven. His own house is ready.
How about the one when he said that he was going to America and that he doesn't like cold and the weather was cold. It was a winter season, but he told God to change the weather system. You know, the natural weather system that comes. You know, winter comes and it goes, summer comes, and God just changed it. And oh my God! And that when he landed and people were wearing T-shirts. Can you imagine such bullcrap?
He's the one that also told us he drank tea with God.
And he also said that he was going on a program one day and that on his way that God told him to go back home to his wife because he said that when he got to that place that there were women sitting in front of the altar. You know how some of the women, when they dress like miniskirt, right? They call it miniskirt. So that he won't be distracted when he. Oh my God!
You see, I thank God for social media. Social media have really educated people now. Anybody that is food now just want to be a fool.
Yeah, 100%.
Anybody that is food, you just want to be a fool because, and
That's
now even themselves they are mindful. If you observe very well, you see, just like end of year is coming now. You know, when it comes to crossover night, crossover night, you see them giving so many predictions and prophecies. At the end of the year, you go and take a list of everything they said.
Nothing. Yeah.
And that is what the Bible tells us. A prophet that says a word and doesn't come to pass is a false
prophet. It's fake. Yeah.
The Bible made it clear.
Yeah.
But people were not paying attention. And now they realize that message has come to people. Most of them now, they don't give their end of year, this their crossover night prophecy.
Because they will be fished out. The internet doesn't lie.
Of course.
When you say it.
Internet don't forget. Once they say it, we'll keep it for them. When the year runs down, you go and cross-check.
You remember the one who said that somebody was either in Germany and they were going to deport him, that he told him to enter toilets and pray, blah, blah, blah. You know who did that? You know who he was?
Suleiman now.
Okay. Yoshi. Criminal. Nigeria. To be going to church, especially this type of churches, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
They have succeeded and they have become billionaires through that.
Yeah.
And this day, now that people have not known their trick, they are now walking away from that. And what they do is that when things happen, they will never give their own opinion. They will just be silent because they don't the company to come after them once they speak because their hand is not clean.
Yeah.
They are not clean. They cannot speak. They keep quiet. It is so sad. But whatever happens, we must continue. Coach Hughes, you're welcome. Take the mic, Coach Hughes, and speak to us. Are you there, Coach Hughes?
Yes, Mazichus, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. You're welcome.
But for Christian, good morning from my side.
Morning, my brother.
But Master, from my own side too. Yeah, the reason why I didn't come in is this. When Christian was talking about waiting at Deboye talking about 100 days. I was saying 100 days dry fast now, be 100 days fasting and prayer.
Yeah.
You know, then I waited to use a confused Africa is that.
Yeah.
Most especially this religion of a thing. Because they have seen that this religion have entered into the bone of Africa. That everything fasting and prayer no is to solve. Doing fasting is good, but at the same time, after I do that fasting finish, God will not go to come down from heaven and do the thing that you're supposed to do by yourself. Israel is waxing stronger today. It's because of they did not even wait for God to come and fight their fight for them.
Yeah.
They normally to pray, and they're going to do the physical one by themselves. That is what is happening, and that is what Africans are supposed to understand. Not every small thing you say your pastor say, your general overseer say, but you forget the necessary one you're supposed to do by yourself. That is what is killing Africans. And this is the right time for Africa, most especially those in Nigeria here. This is the time they're supposed to know that this move that Donald Trump started now, they're not going to back down. Because the protest has been going on. Almost the north a shot. And some of the people that are using, they have called themselves activists. Both the stupid one and the one who don't even get brain matter. They are coming out of social media to speak against the move of Donald Trump. Where they care about 200 people, 10 people, more than 501 mass grave. You are saying that is not Christian genocide. Even the young pastor, that pastor in North, that is complaining of this Christian genocide, that particular pastor that is on that ground, I had a news this morning in one of the bloggers that man has been kidnapped. I don't
No,
know how true.
no, it's not true.
Okay.
He has
I
come
don't know
out.
how true.
The man.
Okay.
No. Don't debunk him.
They are threatening him, but he's not kidnapped. They are
They
threatening
are,
him.
exactly. He said it that they are threatening him, and they took him from there. They took him from the village where but he said he cannot stay there. He's been there for some days now. That's why they did not hear from him for some time. So people said he was kidnapped, but he came out to say that he cannot continue to stay here while his people, his flocks, as a
Yes.
shepherd, that he will go back. That whatever happens, happens. So yeah.
Okay. That's the reason why I say I didn't know how true that message is. Uh-huh. Okay. People was killed about 101 a mass grave, and they will come out and say there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. And all those people, some of those people, are they going to say because their family member is not affected? That is the same word as Igbo people normally say.
Hmm.
Because you are carrying a dead body of another person, you think you carry firewood on your head. But when the thing touch you, that is when you are going to know, yes, that is true is Christian genocide. All these big pastor that is in Nigeria now that is making noise. Where their family, where is children in short? This Ajebo that is talking. Where is his children? Even though his children is right here in Nigeria, even though the children is in Nigeria, yeah, many of them are moving out. Many of them are moving outside with private jets because they cannot move around like ordinary human beings. They cannot move around like ordinary. They cannot move around like ordinary human beings. They must go out with security because they know if they go out ordinary like that, they'll go. Even matches, even ordinary people, maybe they are not even satisfied because what they are doing to people on their own is not ordinary. And some of them they will come out and say there is nothing like Christian genocide in Nigeria. Who is now fooling who? That is what they're supposed to understand. But they should remember all these things that is happening now, most especially every one of them that come out, they open their mouth that this thing is not Christian genocide, that they are not killing anybody in Nigeria here. You're going to touch them one by one. And almost all of them that eating together with all these people that we call or that didn't call themselves Nigeria present and Nigeria whatever. All of them is eating in the same pot. That is what they're supposed to understand, and that is what every one of us supposed to know in this point of time. Now, if you continue, let me do one or two first. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bro Max, thank you so much for joining. Bro Max, you are there. Unmute yourself, Bro Max. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much, and happy Monday to you, Mazi Chicks.
Thank you.
Namoches that are here, I greet each and every do. No tune they can do tune no.
Man, don't delay.
They win them. Dry number. It's already it's well with us. You see, I would like to use this opportunity to salute Mazin Namdekan. His doggedness, the lion of my time, the man that I appreciate and love so much.
Yes.
Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. You don't know law. All of you are mad, even inside their own court. A high court room, you are all mad. Mad black people. Mad people, you don't know your law. You are charging someone based on an unknown law, a law that has repeated. Do you know why the law Buhari repealed that law? Because of Fulani, terrorists. Boko Haram, and all of them, the terrorist group, including Mahmouda, Lakurawa, all of them, they did it in such a way there would be nothing to incriminate or any terrorist charges against them anytime they are arrested. That was the reason why they repealed the terrorism law. Put their people in a very good position to do whatever they want to do, so that they will never be charged on any terrorist, law. So whatever they commit cannot be deemed, to be act of terrorism.
Yes.
They did it carefully to exempt their people. And it is the same law now that they've repealed. They want to try Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. This is the reason why I always tell you, I say, see, Omotosho, I think there was a judge that resigned before they assigned Omotosho, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. Did you know what that one sensed? That one didn't want to destroy his integrity. He didn't want to continue to listen or hear that case, because that case is nonsensical to him. Look at the Binta too. Within those periods, Binta could not even utter words because of how Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was challenging him in her own court. There, you repealed a law, and you are using the same law that you repealed to try a man. That is the reason why Mazen. Let's see what he's going to do. Look, even if they, even if they traversely jail Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that case will not end there. That case will not end there.
Of course, it's not going to end there. It's not going to end there.
It's not. You see, there is you were talking about pastors. Mazen Simon Ekpa, wherever you are, may the hand of God be with you, our brother. It is well with you. No matter what you go through, God will never allow the ordeal that you have gone through to be more than what you have gone through today. The hand of God will release you the same way is doing it for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You see, when you are talking of pastors, Mazen Chiefs, I told you from Sister Lydia's platform, left for me, nobody go enter into those churches and go and pay money. That offering, that money, or challenge God. Who am I to challenge you? I will go and use it to buy tilapia. You know, here we eat tilapia a lot in Ghana. I'll buy my more, my condo, and my cassava dough. My wife go take and prepare banku for me. We'll go do the tilapia, grill it. I go use that money to take chop, certain myself, instead of going to put it in a plate where they will use it to build school that my own children I cannot afford to pay the fees they are paying there. I will not give it to someone who will use it to go and buy private jet and come out and begin to boast. Who will use it to go and buy bulletproof vehicles, armor preventive vehicles, while I am going in a normal vehicle. And these preventive vehicles that they are driving in, there are also security operatives that are attached to them. But the same God they are praying to protect me, the same Holy Spirit that they are conjuring to protect me, it's not the same Holy Spirit that they are calling to protect them all. But they will go and get bulletproof vehicles, security surround themselves, and so on and so forth. I will never be there. As for tithe, there is no Levite again, my people. There is, but I will tell you that tithing was devised to take care of the house of priesthood. I am a Seventh-day Adventist, but although them too, they are paying tithes. Tithing is designed to feed. It is a money that we're used to feed the house of Levite. because that was the house of priesthood. Who are the priests now? Who are the priests? Peter, was he not a skilled man?
Yes.
Paul, was he not a skilled man? John, were they not trained people that were doing their own work? And on the gathering day, they go and worship. And even the little money they gathered that day, they were using it to feed themselves and to help other people, the needies around. But this one, they are using it to buy 5,000 turkey suit, 10,000 wristwatch, $10,000 worth of wristwatch, and so many things like that. Left for me. Look, my people, what you should understand is this. Satan, juju people, Ndidibia, Nyanzu, are now wearing suits and they build houses, bought musical equipments and so on and so forth. And they are now in churches, they are making money. Like my brother said here, anyone that prophesied to you and didn't come true, tell the person that do not even go there if you have that discerning spirit. Do not go there and worship it and speak to that person. That person is a false prophet. I only have few of them that I can tell you here. And the one that I've been sharing his videos all over. King Prophet Elijah. This man told, he said it, he said, Nigeria, there are voices that are going to speak to you in the way you will not understand. And those voices are speaking. It was the same man that said that Trump will be assassinated. Someone's speaker is on.
Go on.
But it was the same man that said that Trump will be, there will be an attempt to assassinate Trump. And God will save him. My brother, if you look at Mazichuk's, if you look at the position of Donald Trump, President Donald Trump today, while he was speaking before the shot came, supposing his face was at that direction, God forbid Trump will not be allowed today. But God shifted his head to the other direction and positioned his part of his ear there. That was the one the bullet picked. That's an act of God. And God reserved him for today. Look, for those of them, have you seen what one of the board member of NATO said? Mazichuk's.
Yeah.
Is this Finninja? Finninja. He is clamoring. He's clamoring. And this other guy, what be named Walid Ferres, the NATO board member, Finninja. That one is calling on Trump to make sure that Biafra is recognized. And Biafra is restored. Just let me see if let me.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
I don't know whether you've seen that video. Yes, it was a call that was dropping in. I don't know whether you've seen the video of the NATO board chairman Finninga that was speaking the other day.
No, I've not seen it.
Okay, it is on my Twitter wall. In fact, one other guy, Mr. Omoshole also, deliberated, analyzed on the issue, and was telling people that, hey, what the Biafran people saw 1960, the majority of them, they didn't see it. And Nigeria is gone. It's on my Twitter wall. I posted it this morning. You see, these are the kind of pastors that when they speak, I listen to them. And I've been following this man and his pronouncement of Mazen Nambekano from the time Mazen Nambekano was in London to the time when he said he saw Mazen Nambekano in Nigeria. Come back to Nigeria. Until the time when he said that case of Mazen Nambekano is finished. It is a bone that is locking Nigeria on the throat. Swallow, you can't swallow. Vomit, you can't vomit. It is shame that is making them not to release Mazen Nambekano. And the actions, the wicked actions of some political elements in Southeast. That was what he said. You see, so my people, the world is going to speak for our sake. God is going to push them to speak in our on our behalf. Do not be afraid. If you are doing, you see, UK has not spoken. America, the colonial imperialists of the zoo have not. They have not spoken.
Talking of UK speaking, that is why if you see what I'm sharing here, you see what the news I'm sharing here. You see the news. What the news said. It says BBC in turmoil as top executive resign over President Trump's speech scandal. This fake news media, BBC.
Yeah.
This is how they doctor the message of Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
They have been caught now and they are resigning. This is how they talk. You know, they are the first people now to report that what is happening to Christians is not genocide.
Yeah.
This is what they do every time. Fake media.
Yes.
The Director General, Jim Dave, and News Chief Deborah Jones stepped down on Sunday after leaked memo exposed serious breaches of editorial impartiality. The latest in a string of scandals have repeatedly forced leadership shake-up at BBC. This fake media, fake media, how they cut the message of Donald Trump and match it together. Fake media.
It's their hatred for Trump that is translating into the editorial, you know, their hatred. They allow that hatred to override their sense of normalcy. CNN, MSNBC, BBC.
You see these people, God is going to expose them one after the other. Nigeria that they are using as a tool will be exposed. See, I took part in the Yugoslavian war that saw 7 nations emerged from former Yugoslavia. The same thing is about to happen in the zoo. In fact, Feninga, the NATO board member, the NATO board member, has also deliberated that Nigeria should be disintegrated along a value line system.
Yeah.
Value line system. And they said if Nigeria cannot, I think he was the one, is it Khalid Perez that said, if Nigeria is unable to take care of these people, he said that they should make the southern Christian dominated part of Nigeria a republic of their own, and they will help the northern Christian to take care of these foolish elements, ragtag elements that Nigeria is finding it difficult to take care of, simply because they are complicit in the events that are going on in the north. See, let me tell you, Adeboye came out, Adeboye no talk who. He came out and immediately Trump issued that statement. Then he now came out and told Tinubu to go and tell Trump to give him 90 days. Is there anything that these people know that we're not aware of?
Mad people everywhere.
Is there anything they know that we are not aware of? How come Adeboye, who is not a practicing security officer, an active member of the military, air force or navy or the paramilitary forces, suddenly recognize that Nigeria can deal with the terrorists in the north, deal with the Christian genocide that is going on in the north within 90 days? How did this man come to such conclusion? I am surprised. I'm scandalized. I want to know the source. How did he come to this kind of conclusion that Nigeria can deal with these people within 3 months, 90 days? That he should go and beg Trump. to give him. There is something these people know that we don't know.
Yeah.
Probably these people are benefiting from what is going on, or they have signed an agreement with the Organization of Islamic Congress. They have bought them, gave them money to just keep quiet as these things are going on. And this is the reason why for the past 15 years this thing is going on in Nigeria. None of these people, none of them. The only person that spoke that time was the Winners Chapel. He was the one when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was campaigning that Buhari is dead. Buhari is dead. Oh, Buhari is dead. The one that is there. That man read a letter from, is it a letter they sent to him, whether they intercepted from Sudan, Al-Sudani of Sudan. He read it in his church. That the man that was sitting down there is not Buhari, that they signed an agreement. I think that was 2015 or so. You see, my people, no matter whatever, the only thing that I pray right now is for all of us to come together and sing in one voice. Nenuko is right there on the floor. I told you people, if you remember, I say we are not going to be the one that will fight this war. That God will raise people that will do it because Nigeria is mightier than us. They have everything. UK is supporting them. We are making our own interventions left, right, and center. But these people are stronger than us. And I told you that God will raise people that will speak for us. Even if there is nobody to speak for us, I said it here, I said God will raise stones that will fight for us. I said it here severally. And it is happening today. My brothers and sisters, we must position yourselves. Position yourselves to receive this anointing that is coming. This anointing that is coming. Position yourself. This is the only thing we need. If you miss it now, we will blame ourselves forever. Because the opportunity may likely not to present itself anymore. We must make sure that we capitalize on what is going on now to get what we want, because it is obvious to the world that Nigeria's sovereignty has been compromised. The army has been compromised. The day for the life of me, a professional body will begin to enlist terrorists you call repentant into your system. Give them, equip them, FSM, full-scale marching order, in order to go and carry arms to protect the land. The same land that they were fighting, the same land that they want to destroy and place their own Islamic, system. You give them weapons to go and fight, and they are now fighting. And you think that when you plan to go and attack their brothers in the forest, that they will give you the opportunity to go there. They will not tell them. Maybe if you feel like that, maybe you don't have sense. That person is not. You don't have that sense of reasoning. My people, this is the time, and I use this opportunity to thank our people that are still sitting at home. I saw what happened on Saturday when the Anambra election. What they got there is not what they've written their result and put in there. I saw our people sitting at home and things like that. It is just a sham. There is nothing there. The same way they write Bola Tinubu, that is the same way they write this one on there. That idiot there, Solu idiot. That is the same thing they wrote there. The people did not vote. Our people did not vote. How can you vote a man that is using Udo Gachi Ekwesu to be murdering and intimidating our own people, the people that you are called to protect, to serve? You are using your own vigilante to kill some people. One of them is my brother here from Anambra. The guy is here with me. Mazichuk, sometimes, I think I've told you about it. This guy comes here with us, stay with us, do everything before he will now go home. I'm telling you. But this guy, Suppose all these atrocities that is going on. There are some videos that we pull out and we show to him. He said, yes, the way they are dealing with us. I think you say you want Biafra. I just sent him what this Finnegan and Khalid Ferres and this. I just sent him that video today. You say Biafra will not come. That you will not live in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's Biafra, isn't it? Prepare, because as long as the NATO group is now talking about Biafra, my brother, because that was how Yugoslavia started. Play. The Bosnian general said, never, it cannot happen. Let them, because if you remember that time, Yugoslavia was one of the strongest army in the world, ready to challenge America at that time. Every houses you go, there is armory in their houses where they fabricate weapons. In Yugoslavia, former Yugoslavian Republic. I was in a place they call Petrinja. From Petrinja to Venice, Italy, was about 2 hours, 30 minutes or 2 hours, 50 minutes. I'm telling you. But they collapsed. When NATO came, they collapsed. They dealt with them. This same Islamic tendencies, the Bosnia, the same thing, ethnic cleansing, immediately the fall of communist system in Eastern Europe. Then these people now begin to raise their head up to deal with the Christian-dominated Croatia, Zagreb. Yeah, is it Zagreb right now? They call them Zagreb. Because they were Catholic. I don't have much time to say this, but I think as time goes on, we'll continue to give our people informations that will give them reason to have very strong hope in what you are doing. We are going to be free by the special grace of God. Namochi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you. I appreciate you. Evan, unmute yourself. Let's hear you, Evan. Evan, unmute yourself. Let's hear you. Evan, unmute yourself, Evan. Speak to us, unmute yourself. If you are still there, unmute yourself, Evan. Or maybe he's not there anymore, but I can still see him on stage. If you can't unmute yourself, maybe you go out and come back again. They cannot be able to
I can see. He's still, I think he's still here, or she is still here, but I cannot. She's not speaking.
Yeah, he's muted. He's muted, not speaking. Maybe he can't be able to come in. So, my fellow Biafrans, today, remember, it is a sit at home. And as we always know, Biafrans are sitting at home. Even as we are here speaking, Biafra land is under lock and key. And there is nothing anybody can do to change it. Remember, just like our Prime Minister, Mazi Samanepa, said, it is only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that will be able to call off the sit at home. And he's not going to call it off from the DSS. He's going to call it off from his home in Afari-Ibeku. Except Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, we will continue to sit at home. Even this time that they are frustrating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, torturing him, this is the time we are supposed to intensify in that sit at home. So wherever you are, don't you ever look back. Don't you ever feel intimidated. We must continue to sit at home because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally. He's innocent. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. You have seen the torture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through in their court. You have seen the insults that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu received in their court, and that should make you be more angry than you have ever been. That should make you to be more angry. And at Chukwu and in Biafra land, people are sitting at home. People are sitting at home. And we will continue to do that until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu regain his freedom. While we are waiting for 20th, whatever they say, whatever decision they make, is none of our business. We are focusing on solution and the next action. That is where we're focusing already. So wherever you go, one of the actions we have to focus on is involving international communities, bringing out details, bringing out information. Anyone you have, any confirmation you have, eyewitness account of the atrocities of Nigerian government against its own citizens. Whether you are an Oduduwa person, whether you are a middle belt, or you are an Hausa person, this battle is for everyone. Don't think it's just for Mazen Nanekano, it's just for Biafrans alone. It will be a shame if you think it's about it, because I bet you what is coming when it comes, the Biafrans will be the ones that are much more prepared than any other region. We are much more prepared. So you better sit up and do your own part. Everyone must have put their own head together, provide information, provide detail, provide evidence of the atrocity of Nigeria. Share it on your social media network, share it to family and friends. Those who are living abroad, reach out to your representatives. Wherever you are living, reach out to your representative, complain, take the video to them to watch. We have evidence filled up everywhere, and we must continue to work together. This is not the time to begin to look at someone else. Look at yourself. Think about what you're going to do to make sure that the voice of Biafra is heard across the world. That is the most important thing, because our supreme leader, even though in captivity, he is still there making a case for you and I. So why wouldn't you make a case? You that has some little freedom. What excuse will you give and say this is why you did not do what you're supposed to do? What excuse? You don't have any excuse. You do not have any excuse whatsoever. And I want us to listen to this video.
My brief is to bring Nigeria to account. And bringing Nigeria to account includes challenging the territorial jurisdiction of a nation that committed such serious and reprehensible conduct. There are countervailing measures, and I have laid everything before the Commission, and I expect to prevail.
What likely remedies do you expect to come out of that Commission?
There are four that are clear, legislated on. I'm not making it up. First one is called restitution. You know, in common parlance, you can say restoration. So if you rendition somebody, you got to restore him to the state of being before you rendition him. The state of being of Nnamdi Kanu was that he was duly admitted into Kenya on 5th May on a British passport. So the rendition sort of upset the apple cart. One of the remedies, of course, as I mentioned, you restore him to either Kenya or Britain. That was the country or the passport with which he traveled. The second one is what they call satisfaction. The other one is compensation. Monetary is huge. It can be in the hundreds of millions of any local currency. And the other one is guarantee of future good behavior, so that when you encounter the suspect again, you respect yourself and respect him as well, and do whatever I want to do through due process. So I have asked the Commission to give to my client the remedies to which he's entitled. And the most important one is that he has to be restored back to the status that he was before he was rendition. I'm going to insist on that. So he'll be restored to UK. If you like, you can ask UK to put some limits on his freedom. So you can go to UK and file for extradition. Nigeria has an extradition agreement or some understanding with United Kingdom. Nigeria has a legal standing to approach a UK court to extradite.
That's a mutual legal assistance.
Yes, something like that. You know, within the Commonwealth, we have our own and they have their own. So you work within the purview of the black letter law on point and get your suspect to be in your jurisdiction.
Now let's talk about the African Commission on Human and People's Rights and the legal remedies, which you mentioned before we went on that break. My question to you is, how binding will those legal remedies, if you eventually get them, be on the Nigerian government? Because it's one thing to enter into an international protocol, but it's another thing to abide by the creed and the spirits behind that protocol. And we've seen several times in which decisions and orders given by the community court, the regional court, community court of justice, ECOWAS, as we know it to be, has not been, respected by the Nigerian government. So how hopeful are you that whatever remedies you get from the African Commission on Human and People's Rights will be complied with?
Well, it's, let me say it's like doing shadow boxing here, and you hope to strike a face, a soft one. Nigeria has quite a reputation for disobeying court orders, not only continental ones, but national ones. But you got to keep pushing. A lawyer, as a good lawyer should, go for the remedies to which his client is entitled. If you keep considering the other ones, the negativities of all these things you just reeled out, you will never take a step. So I'm hoping Nigeria would respect itself and respect the continent of Africa, the commission that it helped to set up, and obey any decisions that will be emanating from that commission. So I'm not discouraged. I can only say this, that it's the chances of Nigeria obeying that remain the same as the chances of Nigeria obeying orders issuing from its own national courts.
All right, now let's talk about the other diplomatic angles to this case. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested with a British passport. That's as much has been said and reported. Are there any particular diplomatic interest from the UK authorities in this case?
Well,
my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.